We will call to order the Lee Summit Planning Commission meeting for Tuesday, April 12th, 2016. All right, we will open now for our final public hearing of the evening. And open for public hearing, application PL 2016-055, rezoning from CP2 and TNZ to PMIX and conceptual development plan, Strother Lofts, 204 to 210 Southwest Market Street and 211 Southwest Jefferson Street, Yarco Devco LLC applicant.
Hi, my name is Cameron Hufar. I am a business owner at 202 Southwest Market. That is right next to the post office and the potential gigantic parking garage that will be next to us. Echo a lot of comments that have been made today in opposition to this plan as it stands. I don't want to reiterate everything that was said in detail, but what I will say is that from the plans that I'm looking at and the rezoning that I'm looking at, nothing in the area seems to be zoned similar to how this is zoned. And when I'm looking at these plans, it looks like I'm looking at a UMKC dorm or maybe some sort of river market loft. This isn't downtown Lee Summit. Downtown Lee Summit has a different feel, has a different characteristic, and I know because I've been there 10 years. But there's nothing in the area that's 4 stories, and this is going to be, in my view, an eyesore. I think we need more commercial buildings. I think we need more commercial space to bring more businesses, but there's other avenues where people can go and still have access. One of the things that is in the application for rezoning in particular is that everyone seems to be commenting on this Lee Summit Development Master Plan. The problem with that plan is that it was done in 2004. A lot of time has gone by since then. Let's talk about things that were popular in 2004. MySpace, the TV show Friends, and Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were still together. Now, all those 3 things I just named don't exist anymore. A lot of time has gone by, and I think we need to do a new master plan, and if we did, I think we would find that this is really outdated and needs to be changed. Another comment that I have in the application is that the application says the density is similar to other residences at New Longview, the New Longview apartments, and the Fairways at Lakewood. The problem with the zoning application that we have in front of us is that it's 92 units per acre. The 3 comparison units are 19 an acre or 25 an acre. So it's almost 5 times the amount of density that they're comparing it to, which tells me that there is nothing as dense as what they're planning on proposing. So this is going to be the most dense really building that we have, and it's going to be put in downtown Lee Summit. I don't think it's going to be a good fit. One lady had mentioned previously that is the garage going to be a problem, and does anyone see and have an issue with that? And I think for me, it's an unequivocal yes. When I look out my front door of my office, I'm going to be staring at a 4-story concrete parking garage. Now that may not bother you, but it bothers me because I have to deal with it for the rest of my life while I'm there. And it's not going to go with the flow of how we have now. If that parking garage is going to be built, it's going to block half my building. And in addition to that, it's going to block half my signage. So if we build that parking garage, I'm going to lose half the signs that I already have permits for, and half my building is going to be visible. It's not going to help me as a business owner. So I may have to submit an application to maybe make my building 6 stories, so I can beat out the parking garage. But when I looked at the traffic circulation that was being proposed, it says that with the additional cars in the parking garage, they don't see a change in traffic density at all. I don't see, compared to the post office, I don't see how that's possible, considering what someone had mentioned previously about people having multiple cars plus having visitors. The density that's proposed in this rezoning application says that on average, 65 cars in the morning are going to be moving in and out. I think this is 125 units, so hopefully more than half of them are employed or making some sort of income to pay the rent that they're going to be needing to do, unless they're in government subsidy. So I'm guessing more than half of them are going to have to go somewhere in the morning. And in the evening, it says 86. And weekdays total is 880. I think we need to, part of the rezoning application says that a traffic density study doesn't need to be done, and I think it does. I think that if we're going to bring the most dense building that we have to Lee Summit with nothing really comparable to it, we should at least do a traffic density study to see how it's going to be affected, because the plans that I see before me, thinking about the realistic outcomes of rental units, how are people going to park their buses or trailers to move in? There's really nothing there. They're going to have to park on the street. What happens when they move out? I don't know, because they're going to be right next to the street. I don't think there's room for that. I think it's clearly too dense. I'm sure we'll go into it a lot more detail at the city council hearing, but that was my 122nd no.
Thank you, Mr. Herfa.